My friends, welcome back to Tittle Tattle Town. We've just had an argument.
What are you laughing at?
We just had an argument. We got about 10 minutes into it. I thought, this is really boring. You're being so boring. So he stomped off downstairs to make a cup of tea and left me here going, are you coming back?
Not my fault. You also couldn't bloody read your cards because
Well,
you had the goggles on.
But I don't need glasses now because we put a light on.
It took about 5 minutes to work out what card you were holding up.
So yeah, so we were still under pressure. We've never done that before, have we? We've always got in one shot, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got it done.
Well, it's because you picked a boring subject.
I didn't pick a boring subject.
You sure?
I didn't. I
You
picked the BBC.
The BBC?
It's a boring subject.
The boring broadcasting company.
That's not what you normally call it.
No, I'm not. You told me off for swearing last week.
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah.
We don't have another one.
No, we don't. No. What are we doing this? What are we doing?
Yeah.
BBC or what?
Yeah, no, BBC.
BBC?
Let's have a go with
Yeah,
that.
should we have a go?
Yeah, it's
Right.
going to be a short one. So
Good.
for you.
Okay. I've got to get back in my laboratory.
I wanted to talk about the BBC.
Have you noticed that we've got an addition to my laboratory stuff behind it? I've got my pelvis is in there this week. Pelvis is in.
Because my husband is a sports massage therapist, you know. He's not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist.
A real one. You do a bit of science.
Bit of science.
Bit of biology.
A bit of biology, maybe, yeah.
So yes, we've got a pelvis to join the knee and the foot. I don't know if you can just see them over there. Yes. Anyway.
Right, what are we doing?
Body parts. We'll leave those one
leave them
side.
alone.
Yeah. The BBC.
BBC.
They lie to us, you know. Can you believe that?
No.
You do lie to us.
I don't.
And if you're watching in America, you know, you've got your CNN and your Fox, and they're just as bad, aren't they? They're probably even worse, I don't know. But pretty much much of muchness. So although we're talking about the BBC, it's very much the whole
of the media in general.
Organised media. If you want the truth, you've got to go somewhere undercover.
Got to go deep.
Undercover.
A bit like Axel Foley.
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop. Deep undercover. Yeah. So that's what you've got to do if you want to get some truth, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. So who funds our BBC?
There you go. Who do you reckon?
Well, we're supposed to, aren't we?
Supposed to, yeah.
If you pay a license.
If you pay a license fee, yeah.
We don't pay a license because we haven't got a TV.
We haven't got telly.
Don't watch. BBC's banned in our house. Isn't it?
Yep.
It is. And we ban a lot of things, don't we?
We ban quite a lot of things, yeah. Principles are principles.
They are.
I'm a Virgo, as you found out last week.
Yes.
I will not lie.
No, he won't.
But a principle is a principle.
It is.
We don't go back on the principles.
No, unfortunately.
It's a hard life, isn't it? It's a hard life, isn't it?
It's Tesco's chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do like packs of like this cooked chicken. It's ever so nice.
You sneak in there sometimes. You sneak in there.
You don't. I don't.
I've got access to all their CCTV.
Because I'm banned. We're not allowed to go in there.
Yeah.
But things like that I do miss. But sometimes a bit of that Tesco's nice luxury chicken would be nice. Yeah. That is all cold and nicely sliced, and it is better than all the other supermarkets. But I'm not allowed to have it because Tesco's on a banned list.
Yeah, can't go to Tesco.
And why is it on our banned list?
Because the most powerful doctor in the world is a shareholder.
There you go.
And also so's the Rothschilds.
There you go. So yeah.
And the Christmas advert as well.
Oh, the Christmas advert, yes, they had.
Oh, we need to talk about the Nurofen advert as well, don't we?
We do.
The Nurofen advert.
This is all ITV, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But yes, we had, originally we banned Tesco's because Father Christmas was wearing a mask.
Yeah, we won't have any of that.
No, we can't have that. We can't have Father.
And actually, People Power took that down. They did actually stop doing that.
Good.
To a point.
But that was where the rot started.
That's where the rot started, yeah. Yes. And also I found out who the shareholders were.
Yes, yeah.
That's mainly.
As soon as he finds out Dr. Gates is involved in it.
Yeah, you should boycott them. Yeah, Rothschilds, Klaus, all that lot. Down it goes.
There you go. And I don't get my chicken anymore. So yes, but so this is what we do. We ban things if we don't agree with it. We're cancel culture.
Cancel culture at its finest.
But yes, we don't have a license, do we? Because we don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
No.
Simple as that.
And you're going to tell me that Bill and Melinda Gates are funding the BBC?
Amongst others, yes, they do. Yeah.
Amongst a lot of others.
A lot of others, yeah, including governments.
Yeah. Fingers in the pie, haven't they?
They certainly have, yeah. And they got a lot of sway.
Yeah.
A lot of sway.
And the European Union.
And European Union.
Which,
yeah.
you know, what are they in?
A lot of sway. So you can understand why when the most dangerous virus ever released ever came over here, the Kung Flu came over here, you can understand why the BBC were pumping out, as well as ITV, Sky, Channel 4 and all the rest of them. You can understand why they were pumping out all the rubbish that they were pumping out.
And, you know, any celebrities that sort of said, well, actually, no. I mean, they just lost their jobs.
Lost their jobs, yep.
There were a lot that
they were
lost
cancelled.
their jobs. Yeah.
They were cancelled.
So let's pull a card. We'll pull a card just on the, I think, the general feeling about the BBC, the general
About Auntie.
About Auntie. That's what they call it, you know. Auntie. Stupid bloody name, Auntie. Sounds all friendly, doesn't it? And like
very friendly, very friendly.
Of, you know, cozy thoughts.
We could get deep about the BBC.
So come on, the general energy. Oh my!
It's in reverse, but what the hell is it?
Goodness, that couldn't. Ace of Wands in reverse. You know, your Ace of Wands the right way up. Well, this is, you know, your passion card. This is the organisation that's passionate about bringing you the truth, passionate about bringing you news stories, you know, that are important, that are going to.
Sorry, I'm just dying. I think Big Bill's put something in the tea.
Thank you, yeah, well, you've made me lose my train of thought.
Right,
now.
It's upside down, by the way.
Yeah, no, it was, yes. But the Ace of Wands, if that had been the right way up, it's like, you know, bringing you the stories, the passionate stories that the journalists are passionate about. They're allowed to find their own news and say to you, look, this is happening. Free journalism, you would say, wouldn't you?
And so, yeah.
You know, passionate about what they're bringing you. Aces of Wands are just so much sort of care about what you're doing and belief in what you're doing. Well, look at this. All of their journalists, all of the people that work for them, they're told what to write, aren't they? They're told what to say. There's no such thing as free journalism, not for the BBC, not for ITV, not for any of your news.
And the papers as well. And the papers.
Newspapers, of course.
Yeah.
So what?
In actual fact, the BBC have got a lady now. She was appointed very, very recently, who is in charge of misinformation.
Misinformation.
And I think she handled her first press conference or whatever. She handled it by giving out some misinformation as well.
Oh.
So that's a good start.
Sounds
for
about
her.
right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yes, so that's our first card. The overall influence, the overall energy of the BBC is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they're not passionate about what they do. They're just getting out messages. Of course they are. So, you know, all this thing with the BBC and the license. I mean, we said that we don't pay it, we don't have the TV. But I mean, if they can make you pay it in it anyway, it's like the intimidation, isn't it, that they use?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we've had letters after letters, even after you phone them to say we haven't got a telly.
Yeah.
The letters keep on coming.
Yeah.
We've never had anyone turn up at the door, but it does happen. But yeah, we got a letter again the other week.
Yeah.
I remember we got a letter
we
the other week.
Send round bailiffs.
Send round the bailiffs and all the rest of it. Let them come round. Let them come round.
Because, you know, provided you don't let them into your house.
They like to live on the fear.
Yeah, they
like to live on
they
the fear,
do.
really.
And I think so many people are so intimidated when somebody turns up and they've got like their badge and they're with maybe a policeman or a heavy or something like that. They're so intimidated that they let them into their home. And it's really the world's worst thing to do, isn't it?
They're trespassing.
Yeah.
As soon as they step foot on your property, they're trespassing.
Well, not if you invite them in.
Not if you invite them in. If you invite them in.
You can see that I haven't got a telly. But then you're opening yourself up because they'll say, oh, but have you got a phone? Or they'll see your phone lying on the side and say, well, you know, you could stream on that. And then, you know, if you're not letting them in the first place, then
don't let them in.
No, don't let them
in.
Don't let them in.
Simple as that.
Yeah, it's just me. Never give your name.
Don't give your name or anything.
Never say who. Whenever I answer the phone and somebody says,
don't tell them your name, Pike.
If you haven't seen Dad's Army, that is just like a classic thing.
Yep.
Don't tell him your name, Pike. Yeah. So he's got me absolutely terrified of answering the door in case it's someone like that. And if you ever get stopped by the police, don't give them your name.
Don't give them your name.
I think I'd be so intimidated if I got stopped by the police. I don't know.
But they'll only be about 10, won't they? They'll be about 10 years old, the coppers now.
They're ridiculously young. I know they're supposed to look younger as you get older, but they really
do look very
don't
young.
they?
Yes. Right, you're going to pull another card then?
What on?
Well, I don't know. You're the tarot expert.
Okay. Let's pull it on. So you say Bill and Melinda Gates. They're
funders.
Pull one. Bill and Melinda Gates. Got to think before you do it. This is really important. Get the energy right.
That one. This would be a sunshine card. What's that one?
Sunshine. What's this? Oh, it's a 4 of Cups.
Upside down, though, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
4 of Cups. Now, 4 of Cups, they don't really care about our BBC at all. They don't really care about our BBC. They don't care about...
You're not saying all they care about is the propaganda, surely?
I say that that is all they care about. Propaganda, getting out propaganda. It doesn't matter what the news is. 4 of Cups is, am I bothered? Do I look bothered? It's just really, I don't care about that. That has no interest in me in my life, and it's all about propaganda. It's all about feathering their nest to whatever extent they can.
Yeah.
Of course
it
know
is.
that. We know
You know
that.
that.
So we've got some great cards there to start with. So come on then, let's just talk more about this BBC.
The BBC.
When we were children, it was just like all the best programs, wasn't it? You know, Jack and Ori, Play School, and
mention a few.
Peter.
Shall we mention a few more? Jim will fix it. Jim will fix it. The Rolf Harris show.
Oh, don't. I used to love the Rolf Harris show.
Here we go. What direction should we go in now?
You can only go downhill from
exactly.
Here, oh,
Jimmy bloody Savile. Hey? He was everywhere. Front click on every trip.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every advert he was on, you couldn't get rid of Jimmy Savile.
And you know what? We had like punk rock in the 70s, and dear old John Lydon,
Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols.
Johnny Rotten, Sex Pistols, you know who I'm talking about. Dear old Johnny Lydon. I mean, he just he knew, and the Sex Pistols knew exactly what
they knew what was going on with Jimmy Savile, yeah, and they tried. Johnny Rotten made a complaint about it,
yeah,
and he basically got handed out of Britain,
yeah,
in I don't know what year it was.
Oh, late 70s
or something.
Yeah.
The police came around and trashed his apartment on a weekly basis until he left. So that's the BBC for you.
Yeah,
that's the power that they have.
And you know, you could look at the Sex Pistols, and people, I mean, especially older generation, you know, they hated them, didn't they?
Yeah.
But my God, they were good men. You know, they knew
what was going on back then.
Was going on. They tried to expose it.
And the radio, look at all the radio presenters that have been found guilty of not being very nice.
Not being very nice. That's a really nice way of putting it.
Yeah. Jonathan King.
And we must say, you know, we're dishing out names here and we're saying things, but this is just him and me, just chewing the fat, just talking, just saying our opinion. This is the kind of conversation we'd have in the evening. As I say, he's a sports massage.
Well, and saying our opinion, I mean, that one of those men is actually still in prison for what he did.
It is true. Yeah.
So,
but you know, I'm just saying it's our opinion, isn't it?
Yes, our opinion.
We're not experts in anything.
But he's been found guilty.
Yeah.
And a lot of other stuff keep coming out all the time.
Yeah. So let's pull one on the, you know, child abuse, you know, because it wasn't just Savile, this Operation Yewtree. There were so many celebrities, so many DJs, all involved in that. Lovers in reverse. You know, the lovers, we don't have to think about, you know, lovers as in sexual love, as in, you know, your life partner. Lovers is a choice, you know, making a choice. We've got it in reverse. Look at the bad choices that the BBC made. It uprooted everything. If you look at that tree, up the right way, the tree up the right way, this is community, this is family. This would be like your organization where everybody roots together, everybody works together, a great community that chooses to come together and intertwine together. It's everybody's got each other's back for the good reason, you know, but for the best reasons, you know, that's that sort of lover's card. It's a choice, a good choice. Well, this way up, no, a really bad choice. The roots, your foundation is rotten. you think about a tree here, and you think about rotted foundations. You know, when a tree falls over and it exposes all its root and it all starts rotting. You know, that explains the BBC perfectly to me. Rotten from the roots.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you got anything else to say?
We could go very dark with him, but we better not go there.
Well, why?
Why
should we not go there?
Because it hasn't actually been proven.
Well, we could all do it. Well, so we hear, and you know, supposedly.
Okay, so was Jill Dando just about to out Savile when she got killed?
Well, you know, I mean, I did a reading on this a while ago.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, no, I did. I was very careful with the words that I chose. But as I say to you, you know, this is just us chewing the fat, talking. You know, we're not accusing anyone of anything. We're just saying our opinion and a set of tarot cards, what the tarot cards say. We felt that, and I don't think we're the only ones who feel that, in our opinion, Jill Dando, that was an assassination. That was not.
I think so.
It wasn't a crazy fan or somebody who, you know, had a crush on her. You know, that was a very, very well planned out assassination, wasn't it? So let's pull one. And this is the BBC. Were the BBC behind this? Were the BBC behind this assassination? Oh, Christ, the devil. I'm just going to leave that there so you can look at that. The devil.
There you go.
Do I need?
Don't need to say any more, really, do we?
I'm not going to say any more. Okay.
That's the tarot.
I don't need to say.
There was nothing fixed about that. That's the one I picked.
I know.
There you go.
It just makes me, you know, sometimes the tarot are so they're so astute, and sometimes, you know, I pick a card, or you know, a card presents itself, and it just makes me feel cold, and it just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up, because they just have a way of cutting through the rubbish and you know, saying it the way it is. The devil. Yeah. You know what, we've got some pretty dark cards here. I've got 4 cards lined up, and there's no there's no hope in any of this. They're very dark, grim cards. Yeah. I totally believe that about Jill Dando.
Yeah, I do.
Getting so close.
She was so close to.
Yeah.
She knew. She probably knew even more than has come out at the moment. And they did not want that to be exposed at all.
She was a very religious woman. I think she was a Methodist. She always used to do songs of praise, and you know, she had a very strict moral compass. You know, very, very strong moral compass. Just pull one for Jill Dando. See what we get for Jill Dando. It's like the kind of person that she was. Really think the kind of person that Jill Dando was. King of Swords. Now I know that's king energy, so it's more sort of a male energy, but King of Swords is the truth. You know, you can't get a card that's more the truth and justice than the King of Swords. That's what Jill Dando was. You know, the fact that it's male energy, I don't think that matters. I think that she was so powerful, and she was such a well-respected journalist, that I think that sort of male energy is coming through there. You know what I mean? It's not like Empress energy, or you know, that sort of pre-Empress energy. She was a very strong woman, and she's coming across as the King of Swords, but King of Swords is total truth. That's the kind of person that she was.
Yeah.
And that's what she was trying to do, expose the truth.
She was, yeah.
Very good, very good. So do you have anything else to say about the BBC?
Oh, well, there was that classic, wasn't there, with the old with the Twin Towers blowing up, wasn't there?
Oh my God, I didn't know you could go down that particular cul.
So
what's that?
The BBC, I think the BBC had put out that that there was a third tower, wasn't there?
Yes.
There was a third tower that came down. It was a smaller building or something. Yeah. And the BBC had a reporter there. They got a reporter there very quickly, and the BBC reporter had given out the report live that this building had come down and it was standing
Still-
behind
it
the
was still
person.
standing
It was still standing.
You know, yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
and then there's your Twin Towers rubbish as well, isn't it? We've got to do one on the old Twin Towers at some point.
Yeah, at some stage,
Yeah.
definitely. But
Yeah, because I've seen some other stuff about that this week as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So stuff just keeps
Coming and coming and coming. Yeah.
But you know, the way that the BBC were with the old Kung Flu, you know, it was absolutely ridiculous. It wasn't just the BBC; it was all.
They were all of them, all of them, all the
networks.
papers, everything.
It was everyone. But you know, just the total lies.
I couldn't even have the radio on in the
No.
car because every 5 minutes there was something going on about it.
Yeah.
That's when I stopped listening to the radio. I haven't listened to the radio in the car since.
No. Whenever you
can't bear it.
if you just sort of happen to put the radio on and the news is on, it is just doom and gloom, and it's always so depressing, isn't it? They never ever tell you like a positive story. They never finish on something feel good, do they?
No.
It's always
something not very
as
nice.
dark as possible. And so, do you think this is just to keep us in fear?
Of course it is. Of course it is. People are fearful of everything.
Another one. What's their agenda in always just making it just so dark, the news? Look at that. Look at that. This is the Nine of Swords. This is nightmares. This is it keeps you awake at night. Look at the way this woman is like in her bed at night.
A bit twisted up there, isn't she?
She is. This is the nightmares that the BBC gives you, all about, you know, all these terrible viruses and my God knows what, and all these things that are coming together, some wars and God knows what. Yeah, this is what they want. They want people in fear of their lives.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the cards are amazing today. Really amazing. This is Tarot of the Abyss that I'm using, and this is the deck that I will use if ever it's you know, a dark subject. I always bring these ones out because they tend to have the best energy for this sort of reading.
Where we go now then?
I really don't know.
No,
Go on, you're the expert.
No, I think we've said enough.
Have we
really,
said enough?
I think we said enough. I'm going to do a little bit of research on the old Nurofen advert that I saw yesterday.
Oh my God, no, Julian was doing a massage yesterday, weren't you?
I was around at someone's house yesterday doing a massage, and we're both into motorbikes. Me and the guy that I was massaging. So he put on last week's MotoGP, and while it was all loading up, these adverts came on, and one of them was a Nurofen advert. I don't know if you have Nurofen in the States or it's Advil or something or other.
Yeah, something similar.
But anyway, I need to do a little bit of research on the Nurofen advert, because we both actually stopped and looked at each other in total disbelief as to what we've just heard. So that's going to be next week's one about the Nurofen advert. We'll
just say what it was.
It was basically it was a woman taking these tablets to apparently narrow the gender pain gap. Make of that what you will.
Was it a cis woman? Or was it?
Was it what?
A cis woman.
No, I think it was an actual woman.
It was
a proper woman.
A cis woman is an actual.
Oh, is that all right? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's all sorts of different women these days, but this one was a woman.
Well, you don't know. What is a woman?
Don't get me started on that one.
Maybe that's another topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because you know, supposedly men have periods now, I guess.
Do they
Is that
really?
what that means?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have a look into that one. Have a little delve into that and see what this gender pain gap's all about. Everyone's going to be on the edge of their seats until next week. They will be now.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
No.
Couldn't believe it.
So let's have one final one. What can we ask about the BBC? What can we ask? Well, just about news channels in general, about, you know, we know what their plot is. I mean, their plot is to keep us awake. We discovered that they are the devil. We knew that. They're rotten from the roots up. We know all this, don't we? And there's no passion in those news stories. Those journalists do what they're told to do. They don't have that sort of passion of, this is the story, we've got to get it out there. That will be that way up. We haven't got that. We've got it this way up. They're just fed what they can.
They're
what they
basically
can
told
sell,
what to do by the
what they can write.
paymasters.
Absolutely.
By the paymasters.
So I'm just going to leave it open. I'm not going to ask a question. Just get me some energy on the BBC or just general news channels in general.
Over that one. Whatever that is.
The Fool in Reverse. It's not going anywhere. You know, it's just going round and round in circles. The Fool in Reverse. If you had a very progressive media, a very progressive news network, it would be this way up. The Fool. They'd be excited to bring you proper science, real coverage about things. They would be very, very passionate. This one, that way up. They will be very passionate about getting the truth out there, about getting the right stories out, and that will be the Fool this way up. You know, go and get this out to the world. The passion of the Fool. No, we haven't got that. We've got it up the wrong way. This is just stagnant water. This is just old stories, old things just being regurgitated time and time again. No freshness. They don't have freshness coming into this organization. When you look at like the DJs that have been around on
Radio 2.
on Radio
they've
2,
been there for decades, haven't they?
I mean, it's basically dead men's shoes, and you look at them all, they're all very elderly men, and they have to die or retire before anything fresh can come in. And then even the things that come in that are fresh, the young things that come in that are fresh, are so brainwashed, aren't they?
Yeah.
So this is the Fool. You know, there's no freshness, no excitement.
But I mean, going back to the Kung Flu thing, when there was all the protests outside their buildings,
yes,
in London for a start. I mean, there was hundreds of thousands of people outside their buildings marching through London, and it never happened according to the BBC. Never ever happened. And most people that were completely blind to what was going on had no idea that there was all these protests going on week in, week out.
No,
they had no idea.
They had no idea.
They had no idea.
No,
because they didn't know where else to go to look. They just think that the BBC is the news channel.
It's the news, and there's nowhere else to look, which is far from it. You know, as we all know, if you want proper news, you've got to go.
We'll go and look for
Murphy, deep
undercover.
Yeah. I wanted to pull a card as well. The BBC have a monument outside, don't they?
That's been attacked a few times recently.
It's been attacked a lot, and
in fact, they even put some scaffolding around it as well.
Rightly so.
It's being repaired at the moment, I think, or within the last few weeks. Yeah,
it's by an artist called Eric Gill, who was a child abuser, and he created this.
So they put that
statue
on the front of the building.
Represents the BBC. A statue by.
It's always in plain sight, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
It's always in plain sight.
Pull a card on the child abuser, Eric Gill, and this statue that should not be there. It shouldn't be anywhere, should it? It shouldn't be anywhere. What have we got there? Oh my God. Yeah, the moon in reverse. Moon in reverse. It's like Julian just said, hiding in plain sight. You can't get a better depiction of hiding in plain sight than the moon. The moon is always a bit shadowy. It's always, with the moon, I always think of it as still waters run deep. What's going on under the surface is very opaque, and you can't quite work out motives. It's very mercurial. What's going on? What is their aim? What are they thinking of? Well, when it's that way up, oh, people know. You know, there's no, oh, what's going on? People will look at it and go, that is very off. That's not right. That's wrong. And of course it's wrong. Of course it's wrong. You know, having this statue, amazing, great big statue built by this child abuser, and being the main figure, the main statue.
It's a nice statue outside the BBC.
The BBC.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's just a little one we've done today on the BBC. We weren't going to do that, were we? We're going to do all about aliens, and we were going to
aliens.
We're going to do about lizards.
Lizard people. They need to do a bit more research on the lizard people.
Yeah.
But maybe that could be next week, along with the Nurofen advert.
The Nurofen advert.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's just so much there with this whole gender thing, isn't it? For goodness sake. So much going on there. Hollywood. Harry Styles. I didn't even know who Harry Styles was. I'd heard of the name. I'm just so dreadful. I'm so out of the loop with all this. I just, I knew the name, but I didn't know who he was. But you can educate me on.
Yeah, no, we'll have a look at that Harry Styles. Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to go and put one of your dresses on, I think.
Oh, good luck finding a dress.
Yeah.
Oh dear. No, okay. Well, look, we're going to go because you got a few interviews to do, haven't you?
Have I?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, right, okay.
I think CNN and Fox.
CNN, they want to talk to me now, do they?
Yeah,
that'll be right.
Yeah.
See if I can get some funding for something.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well,
we'll see you next week then. We must get through that. Right, we're done.
We are done.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, dear.